What are Scout's best weapons in VSH and Hail? Now you're probably thinking, wouldn't they be the same as they are in normal game? Well, you're actually wrong! Get out of my sight! Some weapons that are bad in casual actually have a pretty niche use in VSH and Hail that makes them very usable. It will be split up into 3 groups: primary, secondary, and melee. So I'll tell you which one is best in each slot, and then at the end, I'll show you the best loadout using the best weapons. Anyway, let's get into it. In a game mode where there are snipers with Jiratis and other scouts with the Fan of War literally everywhere, the backscatter is at the bottom, as it basically gives you something that you're already going to get guaranteed if there's a sniper or a scout on your team, and you basically get nothing besides the mini crits, which only happen at close range, which while any other mini crit source does it from max range. So there's literally no reason to use this unless you want a meme. Now you might think that the BFB would rank pretty high due to its speed boost that you get when you fill the meter, but the problem is, if you get tickled or you double jump, which is what you're going to be most likely doing when you're playing this game mode, you're going to lose almost all of that boost. If you get like tickled on, all the boost is going to be gone. If you double jump, you're going to lose 75% of it, so it's really just a stock scattergun with upside that barely helps and a massive downside of a less clip size. The triple jump that you can get from the fan is a great upside in my opinion, and being able to knock Saxton away from you is also useful. However, that clip reduction is super bad. Only having 2 shots in your clip that only deal 113 damage compared to stock's 6 shots that can do 106 damage, the fan is outclassed in damage potential. You could have thought that I would place this in B tier, put the soda popper or stock in A, or one in S, and either way, but I'm skipping B because the short stop does not stop short in this game mode. Probably thinking, how is that? Well, we gotta think about the short stop. It works best in mid to long range encounters. And what does not have fall off in mid to long range encounters? Mini crits. You can see where I'm going with this. Due to the fact that you're probably going to be guaranteed to have a Jirati sniper or a Sydney Sleeper sniper or a Fan of War scout running in there to slap Saxton, this thing can do lethal damage at long and to mid ranges. The only thing I can really say about the short stop that's shit in this game mode is that I guess it has a smaller clip size. That's really the only thing I could say. When you build up hype, you can fly. Enough said. Nah, but seriously, a soul popper is really good. Due to the fact that Saxton is almost always guaranteed to be mini critted, you can run in and do about like 250 damage in a quarter of a second due to that faster firing speed of the soda popper. It also reloads faster, which means you can dish out that damage a lot quicker. The only really downside of the soda popper is its reduced clip size, of that being the same as the Force of Nature's, only having 2 bullets. But due to the fact that you're going to be doing a lot higher damage than the Force of Nature regularly with this thing due to its faster reload speed and firing speed, this thing's outclassed the Force of Nature in basically every way. 6 bullets in the clip, each can do up to 106 damage. Very consistent at all ranges and is all around super reliable, probably Scout's best choice, up there with the soda popper. And those are all of Scout's primaries ranked. You could look back to see what the list was, I'm not going to go over it, but now let's move on to stuff that's more interesting. I literally have nothing to say about this because this weapon, there's literally no reason to use it. It is the only weapon, in my opinion, that is a direct downgrade in this game mode. If you know versus Saxon Hill like me, you know that weapons that give you something on kill will turn into give you that thing on hit. Unfortunately, the Candy Cane is thrown to the side, and small health pack drop on kill was not given on hit, so it's basically a stock battery skin. There's no reason to use the Candy Cane, ever, in this game mode. Remember when I said the stock bat was a direct downgrade? Well, I'm actually wrong, because this is the only direct downgrade in this game mode for Scout, in my opinion. It does 79 on crits. You might think that, hey, it might be useful, but no, because melees always do crits, which means that it's always going to do 79 damage, no matter when you hit Saxon. It is a borderline useless. Never use this, ever. Valve, buff the sun on a stick, please.
Bleed for 8 seconds. Problem.
Buffed. Okay, but in all seriousness, the fact that the Basher gets guaranteed crits because it's a melee weapon is pretty useful with the bleed for 8 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. But in all seriousness, the Basher is like the bat if it could actually do something. That's all I really have to say about it. It's all around really good. What the hell? The Sandman is good? Call frickin' Valve and let him nerf it into the ground again. The Sandman is your second best option for team support, as slowing down Saxon Hail actually is good, and it has very good use in lining up shots and helping your snipers line up shots to hit Saxon and kill him and Gerardi you, or just catching up to him to hit him with the Fan of War, or doing literally anything. It just helps that, and all around is a really, really good weapon in versus Saxon Hail somehow. I don't know how. It's a miracle this weapon made it out good. Okay, I don't know why, but like the really, really bad weapons in casual are for some odd reason like super good in this game mode. The Fan of War is ridiculously good. Marking Saxon Hail for death helps out your entire team and helps out yourself. It all around is just one of the greatest weapons in this mode, in my opinion.
Great guys, it's like having a triple jump or quadruple jump or fifth. That even a word?
Oh yeah, also the Rap Assassin. I definitely didn't forget about the Rap Assassin. I'm not recording this like a few weeks after I record this footage, and I definitely didn't forget about the Rap Assassin. It would be in around A tier. Okay, thank you all. Love you all. Bonk, in my opinion, is Scout's worst unlock, or worst secondary in TF2. Yet it's still really good. Even in this game mode, it's still really good. It helps with escaping from Saxon Hail, and it just helps, like, just getting around him. Overall, still really good. All the pistols could have been in their own tiers, but in my opinion, they all have upsides and downsides that weigh them out. Like the Winger, it's got good damage and gives you an extra jump height when you have it active, but you have a less clip size. You have a less clip size with the Pretty Boys, but you have a faster firing speed, and you get 3 health on hit every time you hit Saxon with it. And with the stock, it's just all around consistency, and I think they're all perfectly balanced and they all fit in and around the B tier. They're all really good to use, very consistent. Spammable bleed projectile that pairs well with weapons like the Sandman, the Rap Assassin, Fan of War, Baby Faces, Force of Nature. It just has a lot of good combos that pair with this weapon really well, and yeah, it's just all around super good. This weapon pairs well with literally everything. Now you might be thinking that gets cancelled out by what I was saying earlier due to the fact that there's always going to be a Fan of War or a Gerardi sniper or any type of way of getting marked for death out there. Well, you're actually kind of right, but this weapon still is devastating. If for some odd reason you don't have one of those on your team, which you almost always will 99% of the time, but if you ever have the rare exception where you don't, this weapon becomes a literal godsend. It was pushed down from the heavens, say, here, have a way to do this now. This thing is broken, not even just in this game mode, also in casual. This thing is completely ridiculous. The amount of team healing and self-healing you can do off of one jar is completely ridiculous. You can heal up your entire team back to full, all just because you coated him in some milk. Now, here's where we get to the loadout making. This is the fun part. If you want to go more supportive, either your melee will be the Sandman or the Fan of War. Your secondary will either be the Mad Milk or the Guillotine. And your primary will either be just stock or soda popper. For a more mobility type of loadout, your melee will easily be the atomizer, your secondary will be the winger, and your primary will be the force of nature. And for a more damage scout type of loadout, your primary will be the shortstop, your secondary will be the criticola, and your melee will be the Boston Basher. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been actually a very fun time to edit and make, with a bunch of references and just stupid shit posts I put in as the transitions. And at the bottom there's a pink line throughout this entire video. That has been an exporting problem that I don't know how to fix, but I'm gonna fix it one day. So yeah, anyway, goodbye.